Third time is a charm here at Security Guy TV, BlackHat USA 2019. All right, I think we're going to get it right this time.
We will.
These happen. That's why we do a show early. Mr. Ryan here is my test show. But anyway, welcome back to BlackHat USA 2019 with Chuck Harold. Ryan Corey, he's with Cybrary. Now, tell me how Cybrary is saving the world. We're going to try this one more time.
Gotcha. No problem. Well, like I said before, we were talking about this. I don't fit into the Superman outfit quite the same way that I used to when I was a younger man, but we're trying to save the world nonetheless. So as you know, when we first met, we were about 1 million users, right? And now we're about 2.5 million users. We're growing by about 2,500 new users per day. And when we really started to dig into the data of what the users were doing in our user base, and what they were learning and who they are, we started to notice a trend that enterprise sort of leaders, cybersecurity leaders, are thinking about right now, and they're looking to deploy Cybrary to their user base in this manner.
Wow.
So we're calling it security enablement.
Okay.
Security enablement. So what that is security enablement is the area in between the enterprise skill sets, where you have the cybersecurity team kind of at the top, if you think about it that way. You have the end user security awareness, the know-befores, the anti-phishing stuff down at the bottom, protecting their org and kind of the endpoints, teaching everyone from the receptionist to the marketing team how not to click phishing emails, don't fall for a USB drop attack, all that kind of stuff. But in the middle, enterprise security leaders now are realizing the skills gap doesn't just exist in a manner where there's too few cybersecurity professionals out there. There are too few.
Right.
That is a fact. We do need to get more in. But the interesting thing is that we've never really thought about, wait a second, we have systems administrators, we have network administrators, we have DevOps professionals, we have coders. All of these people need the cybersecurity skill sets that are required in their work roles.
Right.
And we haven't been training that way. And so when you look at Cybrary's user base, with about 96% of the Fortune 1000 already has users on our platform, you're starting to see that trend emerge.
Now, I'm very surprised this wasn't going on.
Right.
What happened there?
Right. I think we just really overlooked it for a long period of time. We assumed that we could just put out a product, service, or application that's almost ready to ship and hand it to the pen testers in our organization. But what's funny is the CISOs in these organizations are getting frustrated with that, because they're not delivering on their core deliverables. Their security teams aren't. They're basically being farmed out as consultants to the other parts of the technological life cycle, and so it's extremely problematic. So this trend is neat. Now, government has sort of been there. Government has been thinking about this for almost a decade now. The first sign of that was the DoD 8570, which is now the 8140, where they said if you're working on a government network or platform, technical platform, you have to have a certification that would align with the amount of access that you have.
Makes sense. That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
And they had a lot of struggles with that. The certification kind of route was really problematic, right? You have to send somebody to an expensive course. You got to pay for them to fail the exam once or twice, and then they finally get it. And so that whole process sort of stunk. But it's not about necessarily certifications. It's really about the skills. I
can have a certificate and not know anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the core there, or the key thing, is the hands-on skill sets, right? So if I'm, let's say, an organization like a large financial institution who has lots of credit cards throughout, people on the planet, and I want our firewalls to be configured properly by the network administrators, I want my network administrators trained in cybersecurity to understand what proper firewall configuration looks like, what network scanning, vulnerability scanning looks like from their aspect, right? You want everybody in the org thinking security. And so that's what we're seeing. That's kind of the cool trend, and that's, I think, by us just really continuing to evangelize on security enablement and
it is evangelism, isn't it? That's the whole trick.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta get people excited about this stuff.
Sure.
And let their eyes roll up and say, well, I don't get that. And I think we need to bring the person that's not in cybersecurity into this to understand it.
Yeah,
get it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. It's about darn time.
Very good.
Yeah.
Ryan Corey, Cybrary.com.
Cybrary.it. Sorry.
.it.
Yeah, we got a little funky.
Right.
Cybrary.it.
A large repository of a lot of knowledge.
Yep.
Over 2 million members, 1 million when I talked to them about a year and a half ago.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
And the fastest moving catalog in the industry, Chuck.
Good luck to you guys.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, we'll be back in a minute here, hopefully with not such a pause. Black Hat USA 2019. Back at about 10:30. Bye.
See you guys. Great, man.